afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, riveting, amazing Propagandacaster. I'm your host, Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda, Heroes Reich, Defender of the Fatherland, off here to 2 versus 2 on Elst Outskirts. Somewhere in the eastern front, somewhere in the Ukraine, we got the Red Army with Yaguragakoi and Rancesuperking pushing forwards here with the 12th Mechanized Corps. On the south, we got Byronwu and PS3yes fighting here for the German Army, Deutschland, forming up the 1st Panzer Division. And we got NKVD, Urban Defense, Mechanized Support, Tank Hunter, Lend-Lease, and Partisan Tactics, with mostly infantry, bit of penal troop and Katyusha versus Spec Ops, Luftwaffe, and Breakthrough, Spearhead, German Infantry, and Yaguragakoi with Infantry, Panther, Lux, and Infantry bulletins overall there as well. We got Pioneers, Grenadiers, MG42s, of course, the PS3yes, Byronwu with the Fullskills Kuhwagen start. We got Special Rifle Command and Spawn Company out for the rations, with Maxims and Penal Troopers here. In the first few opening minutes of the game, though, no side is committing to one doctrine or the other. So at least from initial offset, there is sort of no specific hard plan there being enacted by any of these 4 players. Engineers rolling out here for Rancesuperking. We got the Maxim there being carted forwards by brave Maxim gunners. Yagura there moving out, and we got a scout car following up here. That's going to be a bit tricky there for the Germans in the early games if they cannot catch you with a Panzerfaust. Oh, my apologies, the hiccups. And PS3yes here sets off for a bold gambit, rushing the MD42 for this small shed here. With a bit of a blind spot, as you might notice, there's a bit of a tree in the way. And there we go, immediately under fire here from the penal troopers. Landing a few hits with MD42 cannot fire. Grenadier standing on watch here versus the fuel point. MD42 is going to have to hold back again. A gambit had it worked out, been great here versus Yagura, causing quite a bit of harm there. In the south, Rance is moving about. We got Byron there moving ahead. With the Kuhwagen following up, we got double filters out for him as well. And in the south, more Grenadiers here for PS3yes. This Grenadiers, we got a 3rd squad on the way, in fact. Bit of skirmishing on north here. Maxim being flanked by the Kuhwagen. Engineers to make camp there, taking fire here. We got Fullskills going for deep flank around here. Nice play there by Byron. More Fullskills the way there for Byron, for Yagura. More penal troopers for Rans. More Maxim. So basically, both sort of going, all sides going for what, you know, they sort of figure is reasonably good at what you can initially get, and just pushing hard about it. Finally, for the northern fuel point there, Yagura scout car there is spotted. Engaged, but not Panzerfausted. We got Telemines on it to help deal with the scout car, but of course any light armor if the scout car fails to, you know, set that off. That does prevent PS3yes from popping any Panzerfaust. So he's rather betting a lot on that Telemine actually doing what it's supposed to do, and if it doesn't, well, that scout car is going to have free range. So that's a high risk move there by PS3yes. High risk, but possibly high reward. 3rd Maxim out there for Rance. We got more penal troopers on the way here for Yagura, and I imagine we're going to see up more full Grenadiers there for Byron, and more Grenadiers for PS3yes. No fast tech. Oh, cancelled. Instead 4 fast tech. There we go. Pardon me, would suggest that. Maybe following up here with a German infinite doctrine. Stormtroopers on a map like this could prove helpful. A lot of shorter, shall we say, quarters or close quarters, allowing the MP4 to really make a dent on the opponent. Grenadiers with G43 and extra men could also be helpful, of course. And who knows, maybe in the 250 half tech. On the west here, though, Yagura is going after Byron, seizing upon the Oberkommander's weakness to the scout car, lacking any citizen tank weapons. And while double Sturmpaniers can deal with the scout car, most Oberkommander's players never go for it. And we go, Sturmpaniers want a significant blow hit to Byron's early firepower here versus the rations. And Yagura scout car there is rolling ahead, no tech out there, so he's got no Panzerfaust. Kuhwagen blows up as well here. Significant losses here for the German army in the west sector, but there you go. PS3yes to the rescue. Panzerfaust, and the rocket goes off, igniting the fuel, and Petrov stored bottle of vodka in his back pocket, destroying the scout car, killing Petrov, painfully so, in the buttocks. Engineers and next car being shrouded here. Fullskills are doing what they can, holding the line for the fatherland. The Grenadiers still routed. The Fullskills continue to stand their ground, unawares of the cover right next to them, which would probably allow them to stand their ground more effectively. PSC is already realising the situation is turning a bit Italian, and it's just basically disengaging from it. Fullskills finding out here versus the engineers there. Scout car on the way there, was half track on the way, the scout half track technically, or light half track, whatever you want to call it, for PS3. So that's going for German infantry, Deutsches Infanterie. But the way it's been sort of increasingly sort of, it feels more like a German Panzer Grenadier doctrines, and you know, a Panzer Grenadier support it, you get half tracks, and the Stormtroopers also kind of work well with mechanized tactics. Anyways, details. South there's being taken as well. Probably might be an idea there for PS3yes to make a hard push for the northern fuel point. At least he's trying to deny the rations there. Very good. In the south here, though, PS3yes and Byron are falling back here. The start men of the 1st Panzer Division forced to give way here to the 12th Mechanized Corps, hammering away at the doorway to Germany, asking to see the manager. Grenadiers standing about here. First ration doctrine is urban defense tactics, but of course the newly improved M42 anti-tank gun and forward headquarters. But so far none of that here. 250 half-track has been mobilized here for PS3yes. Flamethrower pioneers up there, opening up for the German equivalent of the M3A scout car with a flamethrower engineer in it. But of course, later down the road, Panzer Grenadiers or Stormtroopers can of course also work. Right here we got a, shall we say, slightly cheaper and more set-piece flamethrower half-track out here for PS3yes, lighting the ration front lines on fire. And there we go, Maxims there routed far up north. Skirmish going to hit Grenadiers in a bit of trouble. Need scout car support there, or half-track support I mean, from PS3yes. There's some other support there from Byron, who's gone from Mechanized Regiment. First and a tank on the way there for Yagura. We'll have to see go some more. And of course, with this, he can sort of offset the penal troops. He doesn't have to get anti-tank rifles on them, since the M42 can, for the most part, do the job just as well, if not better, without sacrificing the anti-infantry ability of the penal troopers. So it does form up a, shall we say, more interesting combo. Then again, opens up for more strategies with penal troopers. Of course, you still want to churn out T-35s, you can do that. But of course, now you also get the opportunity of the KD2. So for the big tank enthusiasts, there's a bit there for everyone. Still need to grab the northern fuel point mine spotted and not dealt with. In the south, Byron is making good progress. Rance and Byron have yet to choose a doctrine. Looks like the Aufklärungspanzer on the way there for Byron. Forces rushing into the engineers here. Up north, there we go. Scout or half-track pushing back the engineers. Bit of skirmishing around here. Gonna need to fall back. Schnell, and there you go. Unit wiped up. Battle lost there to Byron. And the south here, forces moving about. He doesn't sadly have fortification. I could maybe recommend some S-mines there. Sturm pioneers on the way for Byron to help replace the ones lost. And of course, without repairs, not a bad idea. Russians are lining up for pushing to the north against PC, who's on a bit extended. He's going for munitions cache, which is an interesting choice at this stage in timing. You'd figure fuel cache, but he might be having some plans there versus his Bolshevik opponent. Instant is also just rapidly falling back here, though probably due to the fact the half-track is about to blow up if he takes any more hits. The south skirmish going on here. We got Banham gun out off here against the Russians, caught on the victory point there to go off, and the Maxim is well off as well. The news has been wiped out. We got the looks out here for Byron. If you can get the white with the news, that'd be reasonably helpful here for the Germans and slowly slow down the ration. In particular, Rance would lose a bit of expense. And we got Partisans. Wow, that hasn't even benefited, but here we are. Partisans and urban defense versus German infantry. Now just need Byron to go for Luftwaffe or Rickford. We got certainly a very interesting match. But there we go into tank Partisans that called in here from Rancesuperking. Wow. I mean, this is going to be interesting no matter what. Tank grenade off here in the looks. And the far north, we got Russian penals moving about. Their scout or half-tech good to go. Again, part of reconnaissance. So the part of me in this country wants to call it the scout car, but obviously, but it is a light half-tech for the reconnaissance battalions, but could also find itself in regular Panzer Grenadier battalions if they could, you know, get the 251s they're supposed to have. Anti-tank rifles and light anti-tank up there for Yagura. Looks they're almost taken up, but he does survive. We got here Byron's full Grenadier screening the retreat over the looks, very nice. But we got more anti-tank Partisans here, ready to ambush the looks, and of course Byron is not prepared for that because who is? No one is. No one expects the Partisans in this matter. And Ramsey is clearly taking advantage of it, destroying Byron's looks, seeding chaos and havoc into his rear lines. Cheeky bastard. Byron proof considering the looks, but decides that might in fact not be the wise idea, and wisely I think cancels to go for machine gun instead. 250 half taking a bit of trouble. Stormtroopers would be a good addition here for I think PS3yes. With the MP40s, they were able to, you know, actually around the battlefield and clear up some of these support weapons which Yagura has aggressively extended, and as opposed to a pinch also uses anti-tank weapons. We do know that he's like to make a nice company up, but nothing yet out of it. 250 half-tech falling away, they're gaining veterans, one like to reinforce troops at the front line. Definitely a nice bonus here. In the south, Rance is on the way as Byron is forced into the defensive, still a doctor from him. PS3yes got plenty of manpower, so, you know, a quick stormtrooper squad could give him the extra further and, you know, lots of guns he needs to, you know, gun down some extra rations. Pack 40 falling up here, T-70 almost down there for Yagura. Kennedy's moving up. Rifle grenades dispatched through the skies. And there go Rifle and the penal troopers. Lands an excellent hit there, sundering Numa's Strafniki and tearing their flesh from their bones. At least just, you know, puncturing their internal organs quite aggressively. Hit 40 almost down there for PS3yes. Grenadiers, they're routed by the Strafniki. The penals, they're launching a fanatical assault, causing a rout there in the south. Byron here with a fresh push there. Partisans routed in the south. Pack 40 out here for PS3yes. And up far north here, half-track spotted by the T-70. Pack 40 is nowhere nearby to be seen. Grenadiers might be able to hit assist, but that's about it. And even then, that might not be fast enough. Till a mine barway has been cleared out. Unfortunately here for PS3yes. Now the MU-42 is also sent packing here, collapsing the entire northern zone here for the German 1st Panzer Division in the south. Byron's assault is progressing very slowly. The Germans once more find themselves in a tricky spot. And there you go, mine goes off, blowing apart the half-track and wiping the pioneers inside. Rather unfortunate. Nice mining though by whoever did that. I'm assuming it's Rans. Possibly even the Partisans did that, since Partisans can lay down mines. Most players never use that ability, but it can be used effectively, so thumbs up there to Rans if he did that. Extra cheeky, extra breaky. Fortunately nearby we got Banhan going out north. PS3yes, still not considering storms, at least they're not on his time schedule anytime soon. The 1st Panzer Division's front lines are vanishing, bleeding away, or just, you know, slowly fading like a sandcastle by the beach before the waves of socialism. And sadly, neither PS3yes or Byron have yet proven to be King Canute, able to force the waves, you know, to go the other way. Machine gun there being routed here by the T-70. Done with the tech there. Troops reinforcing. So probably rushing out to support armor core, which is a great idea. Fast armor, there's a nice bit of work, but still, stormtroopers could really help them out there with the submachine guns to help clear out, you know, troops quickly. Surprise Yagura and maybe even wipe a few support weapons, since they are really good at killing things. Like, they are really good. Sadly, I've not been able to play the game at all because I've just been under so much pressure to actually find stuff to cast, and then there was a hotfix, so I've just been constantly searching. I haven't had time to play the game at all myself, but from what I can see, the stormtroopers, if you know how to handle them, they can absolutely tear the enemies several superfluous breathing holes, and then some. Maximum on the pack on the Ken. We've not got a situation here for PS3yes. Up north, this assault advances very slowly. Yagura's front line is as existent as, I don't know, the Italian war effort. And Byron here going for the Stukas at this time. I don't think is an entirely great idea. I think he should be just trying to take a hit fast and go for spare planted quarters. Could indicate a Spec Ops Command Panther stall here. Not something I'm a huge fan of. We'll have to see if that's end up with it. And, well, evidence is on the table that is going to be a Command Panther stall here from Byron. And finally we got PS3yes there unveiling the storm. Well, not more or less unveiling, but sneaking them in. They're infiltrating them. MP40, of course, again, a really strong upgrade there. In the south, Byron's assaults moving forward there. Stukas almost done. Max machine guns away as well. He's basically not on the way, I imagine. He's trying to see if there's anyone defending us who can flank them, but still, no upgrades here. Really should out those MP40s there. A solid upgrade for the stormtroopers. Max now routed. The North T-70 moving in here. Needs to get some anti-tank ones up there, but of course he lost his Pack 40. Leaving himself a bit, well, in trouble. Of course, he might be planning for a Panzer effect, I guess, but he doesn't have the missions for it, so, and, he's going to need anti-tank weapons. He's going to need a Stug fast. I think the best chance here. Big Russian push here, and we got shock troopers out. He minds being swept with the pioneers. Need to retreat now before the shock troopers wipe them, because, keep in mind, the shock troopers got buffed as well. Up north, storms are routed as well. For PS3yes, the lack of anti-tank weapons rather has left him vulnerable, and of course the addition of the shock troopers here, which are definitely seeing more usage now that they got buffed, certainly does not help PS3yes a lot. Of still smoke grenade off, and of course thanks to the oh he actually popped a regular grenade. That's a bit surprising. All the shock troops right here, the reinforced Grenadier squad helping out here, PS3yes and the 1st Panzer Division. And he's not even going for the Suprema Corps, he's going straight ahead for the heavy Panzer Corps. He's going to have to go for a Pack 40 then. Stormtroopers almost there finally. There we got in the south machine gun holding up, but the Russians are ceaseless. It's also at this point where the munitions cache does feel like a bit of an awkward choice here for PS3yes, and where, you know, a fuel cache would have been better considering they have not been able to sort of really stabilise fuel control for long periods of time. Still no MP40, still machine and pistol in Infantry. Huge rocket strikes here landing amongst the engineers and other things. Artillery firing down further. There we go. Nice flank here. Causing several wipes here to Rance. That is excellent work there by Byronwu. Definitely someone needs to grab that pack. But otherwise, machine gun flamethrower. Good work. Both Russian players have managed to move ahead. We got a T-55 here for Rance first. Yagura going for the Katyusha, a rocket launcher. Will PS3yes ever go for the MP40s and the Stormtroopers? Or that merely be a dream? We got the T-54 gun Pantherfaust, sadly not enough. Kernovs, and then another Pantherfaust that do take the T-54 down below half health and with the damaged engine. Gonna be skirmishing out the penal troopers here. Stormtroopers bringing in support here. Pack 40 staying about, and there you go. Being flanked, outmaneuvered. This is probably where the submachine is going to helpfully there's all these penal troopers. Since, fun fact, individually, the submachine guns of the Stormtroopers actually do more damage than the shock troopers. Of course, the shock troopers have 2 more, and they do have more body armor. Of course, the Stormtroopers are also cheaper. Still, they do actually do a lot of damage, so that should not be taken lightly. Katyusha out there for Yagura. The Southern Calf Point once more falls into the hands of the Red Army as the 12th Mechanized Corps once more hammers away. Second Pack 40 moving up, the other Pack 40 is just standing still here. Heavy Panzer Corps should be built soon here for PS3yes, and you really should upgrade those Stormtroopers. Shock troopers there suppressed though by the MG34 Pioneers moving up. You got Partisans nearby here from Rance, noting here so far only used I think the doctrine for the anti-tank version, not committing to regular Partisans or much else from it. Of course he does make use of radio intercept. Stuka's first moving up here for Byron. Back at base, Stormtrooper sitting out, still an upgrade. Pioneers retreating to probably get that heavy Panzer Corps up. The faster the better here for PS3yes. Heavy rocket fire here and almost takes out the entire Maxim crew. 40 abandoned. Back here, large push from Byron. Bit of skirmishing here, grabbing the northern victory point. And we got the T-55 here for Rance. Going straight here through the southern German lines. The Kedner for the stops and advances. Stormtroopers hit a mine and are routed by the presence of the T-70 as well. Heavy Panzer Corps though is still not happening here for PS3yes. Mortar on the south flank support here for Byron in his fight against the Russians. There you go, going to grab that Pack 40 finally. Punishing the Germans for not doing it themselves. 10 young people up in the T-70. Reasonably ranged there, so it does have some penetration against the T-70 light's armor. And does some damage here, but nothing serious. Grabbing the northern fuel pond victory points was. It's also looking a bit bleak for the German army. Heavy Panzer Corps finding up, Stormtroopers not being reinforced. Going for the fuel point here, we got a sweeping push there from Byron. MG34 backing it all up, Pack 40 recruit up north here, massive assault here, sweeping in from Yagura. PS3yes needs to into support. Satchel charge off, going to blow apart that house, leaving some poor farmer homeless. More homeless anyways. Some guy's going to be around anyways to, you know, watch all of this. Still not much happening here with the MP40 package on the Stormtroopers. Seems like PS3yes just isn't interested, or is for some reason just not considering. Hard to say that, but it does feel a bit weird. Engineers versus the MG34 here. MG34 is very much winning that. More Fulsk Grenadiers for Byron. He's clearly starting here with the Command Panther. PS3yes Going for Sturmpanzer, though I would say with the lack of anti-tank weapons he's got at the moment, you're probably better off with the Panther, you know, upgrading those Stormtroopers. But the Sturmpanzer, of course, can have an impact as well. If the rations hit them with a lot of armor, which Rance certainly seems to be doing here, there's a good chance the Sturmpanzer ends up being less effective. Pack 40 bang thinks something units there under fire from the Stormtroopers. Sturmpanzer feel almost done here for PS3yes. He's upgraded the Grenadiers, at least most of them, though I don't think one remaining squad. And the Pioneers can also benefit from it, since increased squad size means they also repair faster, so there's actually a benefit there to upgrading your Pioneer size, amongst other things. Ooh, straight into a mine, and straight into retreat. Sturmpanzer mobilized here for PS3yes, Pinmap machine gun being added. Anti-tank Panzer versus the Stormtroopers in the south. Byron continues to try and sweep back Rance, but Rance is going to be rather difficult to remove. We got a pack 4 there still lying about. And here go flanked with Penal Troopers and Shock Troopers. Ooh, tried to bait it here. Might still be able to get a wipe. Stormtroopers need to retreat. Gonna need to think with the cannon. We got the Sturmpanzer coming up. Should land nicely on the Shock Troopers. There we go. Pack those wiped, but the Shock Troopers have to retreat as well before they get wiped. Pinmap machine being added. Pinmap's going to be the next target here with the Sturmpanzer's mighty 150mm cannon. There you go. Yuri and Sergei are utterly demolished, but now we got an extra 5, and the Sturmpanzer's going to struggle quite a bit against that. That's the sort of situation where Panther would have been more helpful. We got fragmentation bombs ready here for PS3yes. Will he ever upgrade the Stormtroopers? I mean, without the upgrade, I mean, they're still, you know, basically a tougher Grenadier squad, and that's not exactly bad, but with the MP40s, they do become pretty good. Heavy rocket fire here doesn't do too much of an impact there against Rance in the Russian side of things. We've got nothing further going on. They could try and go actually flank through here, which is very good. More rocket artillery bolters, so just armor overall. Looks like Rance is going to make a big push into the north, deciding to give Byron a bit of free reign as he then sweeps into the north and tries to back up his teammate here against PS3yes. A bold but not necessarily bad move there at all. Stormtroopers setting out again. Bit of skirmishing there, and we got Command Panther out for Byron, and finally. Quick rifle grenade there, flit at least of it, push back the Penal Troopers. Or maybe just the sheer numbers arriving on the battlefield there. Okay, he's clearly got some assault here planned. The 1 T-54s and Dynamite repairs can only take 2 more hits and that thing's explodes, so not, I think, entirely fully planned out there by Rance. We've got a fragmentation bombing run off here by PS3yes, supporting the 1st Panzer Division, and yeah, they didn't end up doing too much. Nice attempt, I suppose, but I suspect he'd better off upgrading those Stormtroopers. Grab the southern or northern munitions point here. T-India should find waiting about. We got the Sturmpanzer being repaired. Again, Pioneers can upgrade the squad size to help assist with that a bit. Stormtroopers remaining on watch. Partisan spotted, actually laying down mines, so he's got something planned here, but it's hard to say what exactly Rance is thinking, because now he seems to be withdrawing. So, always up to something, but the question is, what is that? What on earth is that? And this Command Panther coming up against a smaller Russian force here from Rance. He's not got a lot of anti-tank besides the anti-tank parts. I'm a bit surprised considering he has gone for supporting companies and actually bothering with field guns at all. That does stand out a bit to me. Big push here with the Force Sturmpanzer moving up here, going to clash through the Russian lines. Wipes the engineers to the maximum, remains unscathed. There we go, Shock is flanking up here, grenade off on the MG, and gets most of the crew leaving only poor Ludwig, who was just isolated from the rest of the group alive. Sturmpanzer marked up, Maximo's taking out a big push here with the Penal Troopers. T-Fed Force moving in, Grenadiers routed, Stormtroopers are just standing about. Camouflage but not doing anything either. T-Fed Force going to rush here for it, and there we go, ramming it even. Resulting in the total annihilation of the Sturmpanzer. Long shot here from the HD5, leaving PS3yes without any armor. Command Panther, Stukas of Fuzz down. Do not know what Stukas was doing that for, but that was definitely not a good move, and he's punished, but and then he gets a T-34, meaning the Rans has no T-34s now, and then they did get a Stukas of Fuzz and the Sturmpanzer, which is definitely worth a lot more than 2 T-34s. Nice work there, I guess. In the end, of course, would have been better if they preserved their armor. HD5 still about here, though, for Yagura. Stormtrooper move again, and we got Assault and Hold. Lovely ability here, which allows you to, well, get more accurate, but also to seize points faster. Though could have been timed a bit better. As you might notice, much faster territory capturing there by PS3yes. Grenadiers there, Stormtrooper up here, ambushed and made to assault, but it's a mine and still an MP40s. Gone to the MP44, we got Flamethrower flanking up Byron here, we got troops reinforcing, and we got more Focus Grenadiers for Byron that at this stage you might want to try and take up and go for some Orbital Gun instead. Ranks in the meanwhile is quickly replenishing the armor loss he's suffered. He's already got 1 T-34 with none way, and there's actually resources for another T-34. On the other hand, infantry wise, Rance is starting to suffer some issues, also support him wise. He needs to probably prop himself up with some more troops, cut back up his tanks. In the centre, in this round, his shock troops got artillery fire here on the MG42. Stormtroopers there routed once more, and there you go, machine gun wiped out by the rocket artillery of Yagura. Maxim there's going to have to retreat, but even then it's probably too late. She's following up, landing a nice hit there on it, but marked and reach way to escape here. Yagura 65 tanks on a bit of a spot here. We got a marked vehicle on the Command Panther as well. Nice hit there, almost down to half health. And the tank parts coming up from the front and not from the rear, meaning the Command Panther should be able to escape here since there's no good flanking force, though. We can see that Yagura is making a push for the centre there, diving straight on the middle road, taking the machine gun away there from the Germans. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Panther on the way there for PS3yes with a Panzer Grenadier squad as well. We'll be interested to see if he actually upgrades that one. And we'll be interested to see if he ever upgrades the Stormtroopers. T4 almost taken out here by the Kidnappers. Forced to fall back for now. And there we go, PS3 holds an attack in the centre here. Machine gun up on the Grenadiers, giving him make some T-33s and bolted squads and a single light machine gun team. Not bad, not bad. And there you go, Panther out for PS3yes for the first Panzer Division to back up the Command Panther. And there you go, Panzer Grenadier. Will they be equipped here with the support package, which gives numerous benefits? I hope so. Considering he hasn't upgraded the Stormtroopers yet, he might as well just not end up upgrading the Panzer Grenadiers, which, you know, would be a shame. Since it does provide numerous benefits, gives them a basic repair ability, marked target against infantry, which is nice, and of course, the combined arms bonus, meaning if they're close to the tank, they actually become harder to kill and they move faster. So, and there's a lot of benefits to actually getting that package up, and it's not exactly expensive. There you go, finally! After so long time here, PS3yes sees the line and adds the MP4 to the Stormtroopers, and suddenly they do a lot more damage. In this case, the timing was not the best, and they might actually get wiped by the Katyusha fire, which would be a bit disappointing. But no. Run, Jürgen! Run! Oh, there we go, he made it. Close one. Command Panther moving up here, backed up by PS3yes infantry that's sweeping through the southern woodlands. Overwhelming Yagura's dispersed infantry as Rancy is trying to stabilize, but it is not working out well. Byron unleashes his ambush. The Kidnappers almost taking up 1 T-34. We got loads of anti-tank parts, which is really interesting. And there you go, a huge volley of rockets. T-34 down, but there's going to be anti-tank grenades off for the Command Panther. There you go, damaging its engine. And the tank partisans might just be able to take it out there. Machine gun is firing in the wrong angle. Command Panther's moving in. No support here from Yagura. Has gone for KB2, and there you go. Rockets routing Byron's forces, leaving London full squad. We got the T-34 ringing its grid to take out the Command Panther. HD5 and KB2 looks like they're heading down the main road here. Need to be careful out the flanks. Stormtroopers not reinforced, so they have actually 2 Panther Grenadiers not reinforced either. T-34 down but abandoned. Focus moving up here. Troops being murdered. Cruise up the T-34 with the Partisans just to ensure they don't get grabbed by the Germans. KB2 moving up here, causing heavy damage here to the German defences. Pack 40 crew obliterated. Mortar routed by the T-70 backing things up as well here. Not good development there for Byron and PS3yes, though they have taken a high toll there in Yagura. Panther moving in here. Byron's forces, though, have been severely depleted. Needs to replenish a lot of infantry. Plus, of course, lost the command Panther. Leaves them exposed, so they can call in another one. PS3yes is in need of support weapons and reinforcement healing and maybe some upgrades here. And otherwise, more armour. There we go, T-54 down. Victory points wise, the Germans are ahead. The Russians are 138. Panzergrenadier heading northwards there, unsupported and alone. Panther need repairs. Might be needed to move the Panther here to the repair Pioneers, maybe, and maybe also if he has the Pioneer still to upgrade them. You know, both of them so they can repair stuff faster. But until then, yeah, get it over here. Repair the mechanized regiment with the repair Pioneers. Looks like he's not quite aware of that. That's a bit unfortunate. Good for the rations, though. Good for the rations. And there you go. Shock troopers going in. Ace shock troopers. Panthers, they need to retreat fast, because those guys can do some serious damage. Byron filling up with another command Panther. PS3yes lost an assault here. Back here we got the K2 holding forwards. There you go. Nice hit but no kills. At the same time as all this is happening, he's also reading from the north for once more. PS3yes lines are incredibly thin. Lacking any sort of serious support there. He probably should make a bigger push. And he probably should get either machine gun bunkers or just machine guns to uphold the northern half there, because it's a bit too easy how that quickly falls to the Russians. In the meanwhile, Rance going for more T-54s and going for Katyusha. Anti-tank Partisans hiding out here. Flares off, but not revealing the Partisans. And there you go. Panther sneaks up, hit it on the KB2 heavy tank. H5 shoots, misses. North of a bit of light gun machine. Grenadiers catching engineers with heavy light machine gun fire, rifle fire. There you go, getting a wipe. Bit of good luck there for Yagura. Oh, Yagura. Actually, bad luck for him. It's great for PS3yes. Command Panther here against the KB2, risking it all. We got the anti-tank Partisan horde rushing in. There you go, ramming again with the T-34. Oh, the engine came up right before it took out. The Panther need to fall back with the T-34. Anti-tank Partisan moving up. Katyusha firing down. Panther going to stay for the KB2. We got a field camp going up for Yagura at that stage. That's very interesting, but a bit risky there. Panther needs to get away and certainly should not be exposed against in front of the KB2. And there you go, takes out the Katyusha. Could take out another one. Panther gains veterans he won. Troops should get moving and trying attacking here, I think, from the north, trying to be behind the Russian lines. Panther being routed. Getting Panzer Fausted and tank grenaded, possibly. So there you go. The Panther's down for PS3yes, though he can soon get another one. This is why you should have some infantry backing up, maybe against some Partisans with a support package. Would you be able to keep pace? Oh wait, German assault here once more thwarted. KB2 moving up. Academy for crude, but that's not going to last long against this monstrosity of steel. T-70 firing, down here troops in reinforcing. PS3 is soon able to go in for another Panther. And a tank Partisan horde they're spotted, standing about, and the Academy over there being assaulted and grabbed. Far up north of the Grenadiers versus the penal troopers, both ace level. 28 kills there. But on the end, they're negative cover technically since they're exposed with no cover there, and they're being flanked by penal troopers and light covers. They need to retreat soon, though they are doing some good damage. In the centre we got the Stormtrooper Panzer assault continuing. Stormtroopers doing heavy damage, cutting apart the counter. There you go, K2 fires, blasting their comrades and arm. The Panzer gun these to bits. Halfway to the ace level, very good. Ground the centre victory point, but under 5 on machine gun. The South Byron is making an attack, but it's not quite working out against the Russian defenders. Up north here, T-34 out for Rance, just more T-34s and another Panther for PS3yes. Stormtroopers heading southwards here, closing mercenary fleet. Up north point they're secured and reclaimed once more by the Red Army. T-34 going in, sniping here some Stormtroopers. That's going to have to be a retreat here of PS3yes, very fast. Down to just one Stormtrooper. Otto is on the run from the Red Army. Command Panther moving up here. KB2 is on the move, fixed up here for Yagura, and we got the field camp up as well. T-34 with the damage in, another H5 for Yagura. Academy up on the way there for Byron. Good hit from the Command Panther KV2, but the KV2 is going to advance. We've got the machine gun though, preventing any from really hitting somewhat. Imagine catching some of the parts, and there you go. More fire on the Command Panther, more rockets, more death, more destruction. Katrusha fires, silencing the machine he's attempting to. Looks like PS3yes has got something a bit more advanced plan this time around. Some actual pushes into the north. Note the Pioneers have not been upgraded. Bit unfortunate there, a bit of an oversight, I would say. Alright, Panther is gefechtsbereit. Stormtroopers are good to go again. Panther is setting out. He really should make a bigger push towards the north. And what he then should do is actually swing through here, hit the Russian lines from the rear, rather than tagging into where all of their guns are expecting. And again here, as you might be noticing, they're not actually expecting. I thought maybe some Pioneers and Minefields to catch up any mind, but still, they are otherwise pretty vulnerable to a big push here. So that's really where I think PS3yes should be making his big push, rather than just, you know, straight ahead into where every single Russian gun is aiming. That is usually known as the Passchendaele approach. That did not work out very well for the Brits. Great for the Germans, but they weren't the ones attacking, were they? Growing points here. Pioneers coming up with the Panther backing up. She's trying to make a push here. Very good, very good. Panther moving up, and there you go, igniting the Katyusha, taking it apart. Very good work there. All of a sudden, he's making great progress when he's flanking a attack into territory where the enemy isn't particularly doing, you know, much. It's a much better move here, I would say, by PS3yes. Of course, still to put back the Panther until he's got the infantry secure the front line properly. Troops being held up here with a machine gun. He could pop a smoke grenade with the shock troopers, but it seems like PS3yes is a bit under much pressure there. He hasn't realised it yet. KV2, they're routing the troops as well. Halfway to Veteran 2, very good work there with the Clement Vorishilov tank. Oh, he actually got for the support package for the Pentagon as well. We'll have to see who makes use of it. But right now, he should make use of the retreat button and get them the devil out of there. Meanwhile, we got Rance's Partisan tank hunter team once more on the move. Partisan is suppressed. But comrades, how do we tell a German tank apart from a Russian tank? The German tanks are the ones that actually look like they can take a hit. Pumes was there, eventually 3 rifle grenades off, flying through the air, and almost got, he actually got the Partisan. Nice work. We can see there, Rance is having to use them to lay down mines, which is great. It is a bit of an overlooked ability again of the Partisans, but Rance clearly understands some of the more subtle elements of the Partisans. Even he's making use of the not so subtle ones as well. T-34 rolling headshot into Panther fire, Panther and Pack fire taking heavy damage here to the T-34's hull. Troops on the fire, big sweeping assault here from Byron. T-34's need repairs. We got the KV2, they're lining up to shoot at anything that moves, even a bit suspiciously. Machine gun holding up things here, Panther backing up. Shocks as we head here with flamethrowers. 18 kills, smoke grenade off. Panther moves ahead. Far north Pioneers moving about here. Grenadiers suppressed. Stormtroopers are moving out here with the Panther Grenadiers in turn, the south center area. Browning continues as a slow approach here against the Russians. Panther backing up there though. Russians, they're losing ground as they're themselves now getting tunnelation. They're now also focusing on that smaller piece of ground he's tagging into with the Germans prepared for it. So there you go, T-34 down. Engineers being shot and suppressed. Folks are flying up, Stuart Pioneers pinned down. Skirmishing up here, troops being held up still here in the centre. Mortar with smoke from the great, or just, you know, maybe throwing in a smoke grenade and just going for a flank here. Surprising what flanking can achieve at times. Panzer left for PS3yes empty with some of these support weapons. 100 points left here for PS3yes and Byronwu of the first Panzer Division. Panzer moving ahead, but there you go, getting blasted. Stormtroopers in the second wave, and there you go, smoke grenade off. Very good. Fritz Schnabelkerzen, I can't hear you. Just force a big smoke sink. Panther standing about here. Panzer almost done. Byron might consider Schwer Panther quarters again for the opposite done, but also just more tanks to back up his command Panther. Since what usually is better than one tank is more tank. Machine gun banking things up here. I want to pop a smoke grenade before, you know, engaging here. That would isolate the Peel Troopers, but there you go. Pops it again. Very nice work. He's even popped, you know, tactical advance, but in this case doesn't quite well get still. Nice use of smoke grenades. They need to retreat the stormtroopers because the smoke's not going to help against a 152mm high explosive shell. Panther there rolling back halfway to Victory 2. That's pretty good there for PS3yes. Byronwu going for another Stukas of Fuss. 84 versus 98. The Russians all starting to feel a bit of a pinch here. We got lots of march in the south. There's the Partisans trying to outmaneuver the Russian German defenses around the centre. Very good. More flares off here from Byron. KB2 versus the Panther. Direct hit here. Got the T-34 arriving here for Rance. That's another T-34. He's called in so many T-34s. Big sweeping push here. So need to get out the machine gun. Oh, we got flares. Possibly the Panther will deal with that. Maybe in the Stukas of Fuss. There you go. Panther for shooting. Command Panther rolling ahead. I imagine the machine is going to be the target. There we go. Field camp taking quite some damage. Machine gun mortar pinned down to the ground. Trees sent flying. Panthers rolling back both by the way. Are veterans too very good there for the Germans. And here we go. Nice big flank from Byron sneaking up from the south and catching Rance's southern defences completely off guard. So he's not again been focused too much in the centre. Nice flanking there by Byron, wiping on Maxim. Excellent work. The T-34 rolling in. No armour support immediately. Fixing out the Panther. And there you go. Field fortifications down, or field cam down. Possibly got the Maxim there as well, or machine gun. Up north, there we go. Find some northern flanking here from Yagura. They're not a deep flank, still there is some sort of flank. 50 points left here for the Red Army. Panther down here to help support the command Panther. There you go. T-34 down for Vance again. Big flank here. Need to get the stormtroopers and whatever else can do to deal with it. It's to charge off. Oh, almost cost PS3yes most of his grenadiers. Need to get the Panther because the stormtroopers on it. Panther for down. There's too much going on for PS3yes. He's struck and he's overwhelmed here by the excellent flank of Yagura. Well done, well done. Panther was there hiding out. Sadly, not much of the ability here. He could actually mark the Stravniki there, still right into negative counter. That would get some extra damage in on them. Would be a great choice here. So we'll see if CVX makes use of it. Vector 2 gaining the Panther grenadiers. That's really good. Panther for number 2 on the way, moving into heavy cover. Will he actually pop mark target here? Again, would be great, but by now it's getting a bit too late. Bomb grenade might work better. In fact, he has to retreat the Panther grenadiers. Oh, Actimel survives. In the south, they're going for the cutoff point. The Germans are falling a bit back here. Byron and PS3yes as Yagura breaks the lines. Barely any infants left for Byron. He needs to praise those losses. And PS3yes needs to get those stormtroopers into the thick of the fighting a bit more from some good angles. The faster the better. 38 versus 98 and can secure 3 victory points at the same time. They could probably finish off fast. Maybe an assault and hold maneuver could pull through here for PS3yes. There we go. Most of those troops on the move again. Panzer ever mobilized. Northern victory point after loss of the Red Army. 34 points left. Going for the center one here. No use of assault and hold. Would certainly assist in the plan here. Got the KV2 on the field here, halfway to the ace level in the south. Maximum holding off the Red Army, but not enough to actually secure the victory point once more. Grenadiers almost obliterated here by the KV2. And up north here, Stormtroopers Grenadiers moving in. Close to ace level Stormtroopers here. And there you go, ace level. Penal Troopers routed. All 3 victory points by now been rendered neutral. Panther routed here by the Kidnapper. Other Panther is still being repaired. Interesting enough, he could have moved a bit closer again. It would be, automatically repaired. Seems like PS3yes isn't quite aware, but he just keeps forgetting. It's hard to say. They're going to need almost taken up with the T-34. He needs armor support up in the north. Schnell now. Storm's making a move there again. Smokescreen, very nice, but we got shock troops inbound. That's going to be a bit tricky here, I think, for him, unless he gets some support in there. Go machine gun on it. Oh, KV2 there, forcing a retreat. 96 versus 33. We got the Partisans on the hunt again. Got machine gun and Panther finding out in the north here. Needs more troops. Panther grenadiers on the move there. South charge and their machine gun like going to get. Oh, didn't. Lucky. 88 points left here. We got a marked vehicle on the Panther. In the south, bit of a standoff there. Or is it actually a marked vehicle? Yeah, it's a marked vehicle. Machine gun gaining eventually 3 shots with them being suppressed. 79, 76. Panther Grenadiers making the move there. Though not supported by a tank, which again would benefit them. No marked target either, which would also help them murder the penal troopers much more efficiently. Still forcing a route, they're very good. 67 points left versus 33. Heavy rocket fire around the centre. Panther doing what he can against the KV2, doing some good damage. Stukas of Fuss and such fire going down. Southern Victor point a bit open. We got here PS3 meant to support as well. We got fragmentation bombing run in as well. Absolute chaos in the south or north. Panther was routed. Not enough support there for PS3. Yes, for the Panther Grenadiers. Panther with a damaged engine. Chaos and anarchy reigns as the clock ticks down. 55 versus 33, 54. Panther in forts here with Stormtrooper Grenadier machine gun support. Machine gun, they're being flanked. Unit wiped out. Come on, Panther half H veteran 3. Unit wiped out. The casualties are climbing. They are staggering. I'm managing, yes indeed. Roughly 600 to 700 casualties there total. Got the Northern Victory point 38 versus 33. Byronwu training out a lot more infantry to rush the Southern Victory point. Someone got pushed in the centre, but without sufficient support here, that's going to be really reckless. I think they're all folks in the southern one. Lots of Sturm Pioneers and the Stukas of Fuss now for Byron. 24 points left. S-Mine's going down. Something drastic to happen here for the German Tactical Command. Very drastic. And again, need to sort of surprise one of the points and stop folks in the centre again. Well, there were some good flanks in the end. It quickly gave way to just the same Passchendaele tactics that sadly failed to, gain much ground for long periods of time. And they do not really have much more time. So they need to make, I think, a conclusive push for the Southern Victory point, and then once they're trying to rush for the other one, then strike at the centre one. And maybe at least use assault and hold. But another way, we got everything being pushed in here. Panther Grenadiers, Sturm Pioneers, conscripts, penal troopers, whatever being tossed in there. Looks like we got something approaching a push into the Southern Victory point. Very good. Rush here for the north with penal troopers and whatnot. T-54 as well. He needs to get the Panther into support with that. 9 points left. They're pushing through here though. Late, fast enough. Panther moving in, very good. Panther needs to do with the T-54. Grabbing the point, machine gun to contest. Panther lands a nice hit there. There you go, contesting. Other T-54 moving in, machine gun wiped out in the south. Byron clinches it almost. There we go. Penal troopers heading off march. Machine gun taking losses here from it. Panther dealing with the T-54 here. Marked vehicle though, close to ace level. Need to get the rest of the troops moving. Might want to call in some stormtroopers wherever he can to just assist somehow. There's a shed up here. We can maybe do some work as well. Stormtroopers do have the benefit. They're fast to get on the field. Got the point here. Troops being obliterated in the centre. We got an ace KV2 by the way out here for Yagura. Panther close to the ace level as well. There you go. Ace level game for the Panther. KV2 misses it. 3 points left versus 32. That's some madness and anarchy reigns. As both sides are trying to establish some sort of order that favours them. 15 kills in that Panther. Most of them infantry, unsurprisingly. T-54 moving up here. Need to get anti-tank weapons up and everything else to defend that point. They cannot afford to lose any point now to the Russians. Need to get the rest of the troops moving in there as well. And again, maybe consider some stormtroopers. H5 going here for the Ace Panthers. Shoots, misses. Need to get up to contest. We got regular Partisans out here for Rance. Push for the southern point. Centre one, maybe exposed? No, maybe not. And we got grenades off at least attempted. Need to get the Panthers up there. Rush in the Panther Byron. You cannot afford to wait. Another push for the centre here with the Grenadiers. Assault and hold would be great and allowing to seize it a bit faster here, which I think is important when you're in front of a bloody KV2 heavy tank. 17 points left versus 3. 15. Come on, Panther moving up. Close to the ace level. Stormtroopers, Panther Grenadiers, both ace level advancing here. Smoke grenade here we go for the Stormtroopers. Stukas fires. Smoke grenade. PS3yes. Fighting here for the southern point. We got troops moving in. Machine gun getting flanked. 5 points left. 3 points. 1 point. Oh, it's GG. It's GG. Game over. Holy smokes, that was a brutal fight right here on Elst Outskirts with heavy losses on both sides, loads of tanks, stormtroopers and Pentagoners. The Germans start to feel like sometimes a bit weak. Again, PS3yes could have gotten those stormtroopers upgraded soon and whatnot, maybe use some of his abilities better. But still, at times, he did pull off the vital flanks, and I think that was rather what determined the fight. You know, the fight. They actually flanked West Russia, increasing just with focus on head-on narrow assaults into the German gun lines. Also, so much munitions being flooded, Jesus, I didn't even notice that. He could have laid down a lot more mines or booby traps or whatever. There's really a lot of wasted opportunities right there, but I think by the Russians. But still, nice to see Partisans, nice to see some of that. But again, they should have flanked more. They should try to outmaneuver more and associate the Germans at times. But at least they did it to a degree that actually I think allowed them long term to win the fight. So there you go. An absolute brutal slaughter here in the Outskirts. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment. If you do subscribe, do remember to press the bell as well so YouTube is more likely to tell you about it when a new video is out. Yeah, I know. Fun stuff. And of course, if you like what I do, you can donate or pledge on Patreon. Helps me out, keeps making these videos. I do try to do this for a living, so every little bit you can support is amazingly helpful. This is Imperial Link signing off, and see you all tomorrow for another episode. Bye.